This man had a perverted habit. Every time he planted a bomb, he would reveal the location of the bomb to the police in the form of a fairy tale. Although there were traps in the story, the final answer was always very simple. But this time, after planting the bomb, he put forward an ambiguous question to the police, which was, the bomb is located in the middle of the number 7. This vague question soon attracted Conan's attention. He suspected that besides provoking the police, the criminal might have other purposes behind doing this. At the same time, Mori and the others were still thinking about the answer to the question. But no matter how hard he thought, he couldn't figure it out. So Kagoro directly went to the editor of the fairy tale book to ask about the answer to the question in the book. But Hiroyuki knew nothing about it. He only knew that the ending of the story was very tragic. Hiroyuki's words made Ran quickly think that at the end of the fairy tale, an old clockman passed away, and his grandson, unwilling to let go, finally inherited his grandfather's will and became a new generation of watchmaker. But Kagoro thought that the ending of this story had nothing to do with the bomb clue. Just as everyone was at a loss, Conan suddenly asked, if it's 7, what would you think of? This made Kagoro quickly think that there are 7 days in a week, and Ran thought of the rainbow with 7 colors. If we talk about the week, the middle of 7 is Thursday, and the middle of the rainbow is green. After some analysis, although Kagoro thought the clue range was relatively wide, according to the current situation, they had to conduct an investigation first. After hearing this, Megure ordered a group of police officers to investigate according to this clue. Seeing that he couldn't help, Hiroyuki left here soon. Watching Hiroyuki's leaving back, Conan fell into deep thought again. He didn't understand why the criminal's clue became so vague this time. In addition, the bomb that was thrown away by Kagoro had not been found because all the police officers of the police station were conducting investigations. After a brainstorm, Conan soon thought of something, so he hurried to find Megure and asked about the criminal. Unexpectedly, he learned that 5 years ago, besides making bombs, the criminal also robbed vaults and cash transport vehicles with the bombs he made. After hearing Megure's story, Conan became more certain of his guess. At the same time, a cash transport vehicle named Tianquan was stopped by a policeman when passing through an alley. However, what they didn't know was that the policeman who stopped them was exactly the criminal the police had been looking for. On the other side, Megure soon received a notice. His police officers had found 3 bombs in different locations, but the terrible thing was that there were only a few seconds left on the timers of these 3 bombs. Seeing that the bombs were about to explode, everyone couldn't help but feel nervous. Only Conan's eyes were firm. Sure enough, after a loud explosion, everyone found that these bombs were just pranks. But what they didn't expect was that a real violent explosion happened near the cash transport vehicle. When they arrived, the money in the car had been looted completely. At this moment, Conan at the scene noticed that the symbol of Tianquan Cash Transport Company was Tianquan Star at the tail of Ursa Major, and the position of Tianquan Star is exactly in the middle of the Big Dipper. At the same time, Takagi here also got the investigation result. He found that the discarded bomb floated all the way through the sewer to directly below the explosion site. In addition, Chiba also found that although the bomb was marked as a timer, it was actually remotely detonated. These words made Conan clearly realize that the criminal's target from the beginning was this cash transport vehicle, and the purpose of the first explosion was just to cover up the truth. As soon as he finished speaking, a police officer hurried over and told Megure that the criminal's base had been found. Immediately, Takagi did not dare to delay and took people there at once. Seeing this, Megure also